bike or a motorcycle?
It's like a electric dirt bike, pretty much. Yeah. Just got it yesterday, so
really?
yeah, taking it for a spin. Yeah.
What type of motor?
It's a so it's a mid-drive, 12.5 kilowatt motor.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's insane. I had like a 2,000 watt motor e-bike before this, so yeah.
Nice.
Pretty gnarly. Thank you. Went to Electrify Expo, got to test out the Mantis X. Love the bike. I gotta figure out more details about the range. Yeah, the other thing is that there's a whole bunch of new e-motos that are hitting the market these days. One of which being the MX-5, the Talaria MX-5. That's going to be the first 72 volt stock Talaria that's been released. Most people opt for the E-Ride, Pro S and Pro SS. But those bikes are in like the $5,000 range. I know the MX-5 right now is listed at $4,700 before taxes and shipping. So it's a pretty pricey bike, but you know, if you're planning to do a whole bunch of upgrades to a regular Saran, it's definitely worth it. I think the stock Saran X is like $4,200 before tax and shipping. And yeah, I'm just not really looking to spend that kind of money if I can avoid it. So the plan right now is to purchase this Mantis X, especially if it comes out in a higher capacity battery. I'll pay the extra money for that. I don't care. It can't be that much. And yeah, I'm super excited. The other thing I wanted to do was like test ride some of these other e-motos, but I don't have any buddies that have any right now. I have been on the Facebook groups to see what's being sold. There's a lot of triple X's being sold. I've reached out to a few sellers, but yeah, I just decided like removing that battery is just too much of a pain in the ass. I don't have a garage right now to charge this bike. I take off the battery and just charge it, leave the bike downstairs. At some point I'm definitely planning on paying for a garage out here in San Francisco. They're pretty pricey. They'd probably run me around $150 at cheapest. So that's definitely in the plans. But yeah, let's till that happens, I am going to be stuck removing and putting the battery back in whichever bike I decide to go with. If I do order the Mantis X, I can obviously sell this. I won't really have much of a need for this. So I'll probably post this on Facebook, maybe for like $1,500. Currently the bike brand new goes for $1,700. I paid $2,200 for it. It went on sale like a few months after I bought it, unfortunately. So these are going for pretty cheap. But I did just put the new tires on this bike. Post a link to that video as well. And I've done a whole bunch of like minor upgrades: the suspension, the handlebars, the twist throttle, the grips. I'll include the phone holder, probably the bag as well that goes with this bike. So overall, I think it's worth it. So you guys can see I got a cop right behind me. That brings up another big issue with these bikes, is the legality of these e-motos. So I believe in California the law is you're allowed to ride an e-bike if it's no more than a class 2 and the motor is less than 750 watts. This bike comes with a class 2 sticker, but the motor's actually 1,000 watts, and it comes restricted out of the box, and you can unlock it. These laws specifically apply to bikes that have pedals. These new e-motos like Sarans, Talarias, e-rides, they're all kind of in a class of their own, and they don't really fall under this rule. They're in like a very gray area. I have been on a bunch of threads, and in certain cities they're like really cracking down on them, mainly because of kids doing wheelies on them, disturbing the peace, a whole bunch of nonsense, which I'm not planning to do. I'm just want something quick enough that I can ride in the road, and it's not going to give me too much hassle. Now there is the chance, if I do decide to go and purchase, you know, something like the Mantis X, that I'll get could possibly get into trouble with the police. At worst, they confiscate or impound the bike, and then you have to pay some fee to get it back. And if you do that enough times, then it can get serious and you could get charged with a crime, I believe. But based on like a lot of the comments, threads I've been on, as long as you're not disturbing the peace, not doing wheelies, not riding on sidewalks, you should be okay. Coming back from the Electrify Expo, actually, I ran into a whole bunch of dirt bikers. Like every weekend they've been riding through major parts of San Francisco, and there was like 100 or more dirt bikes and ATVs, and in those situations, police don't even bother chasing, you know? In fact, I saw a police car. I'll leave a little clip of it in this video, but I had seen police cars observing these rides going down, and there's not much they can do, right? They're not going to be able to catch up or keep up with these bikers, and the bikers are just not going to stop. That, in my mind, is a much more serious problem than, you know, a few people riding their own e-motos. Yeah, like I was saying, that's a much more serious issue in my mind than just a few people riding some e-motos that are much quieter than dirt bikes, especially if you're not doing wheelies. I know, once again, there's a lot of 15-year-olds out there whose parents will go ahead and buy them. You know, the latest and greatest Suron, Talaria, but yeah, I don't fall into that category. I'm 31 years old. Hey. I'm not trying to hurt myself. Too old for that, you know. One bad fall and that could be it for me. I'm also not going to go the motorcycle route. That's just too dangerous, I think, and too risky. Knowing myself, especially once I get comfortable, I'd probably do something I'd regret, end up seriously injuring myself, or even worse, just dying. So that leaves the e-motos in the perfect sweet spot for me. I'm not going to be riding this outside of town, and even if I do, I would go and buy a hitch and a rack and just drive the bike out to like a off-road trail area. There's another police officer up ahead, like 5 cars ahead of me. The thing with San Francisco police is that there's a whole bunch of petty crime being done in the city. People getting their windows smashed in. I've caught some of them on video too. Just the smashed windows, not anything crazy. In fact, just 5 minutes ago, I saw a smashed in window. But yeah, like I said, there's a lot of petty crime, sometimes violent crime too, that the police officers are more concerned with. So I'm hoping that they won't give me too much trouble. Obviously, I'm going to be respectful when dealing with them, and just explain my case. Hopefully they don't give me too much trouble. I just remembered, the other downside of the Mantis X is it has no rear light. I don't know what made them decide to go with that decision. Maybe it just saved cost to keep it under $3,000, but it's kind of ridiculous. I have seen some people buy some aftermarket rear lights, rear brake lights that would work fine with it. If I really wanted to make this thing legal, I would have to add side view mirrors, the turn signals, the brake light, and then also get it registered. And probably need a motorcycle license as well. But that's such a hit and miss process, especially dealing with DMV attendants. Some might allow you to register it as a bike and some might not. It just depends on how lucky you get and how knowledgeable the person is on these vehicles, because they're so new, so rare that people have to deal with them. A lot of people don't even know the actual law, especially if they work at the DMV. But yeah, that's all for today, folks. Please like and subscribe, it helps the channel. Hopefully the next few videos I post will be of me riding an e-moto, be able to produce even better content for you guys. Thank you so much for the support. I'm going to try to get to 100 subs. I'll probably do something special. And yeah, thanks for watching. See ya.